You are also clear with this?
Yeah.
So how do we write for x belonging to A to B, fx is greater than equal to gx? Okay, now same thing we have to do for the question. You have to graph it up, both of them together, and then there will be for sure some point of intersections. And as per those, you have to see that which portion of f is above, and if it is above, then from where to where it is above. Okay, so between those two or three, whatever, like there should be some 2 point of intersections, I'm guessing, but that we can see from the graph. Okay, so draw the graph in the calculator. If you don't have calculator right now, you can draw it on Desmos and then try to check that which is the portion. Okay, I'm doing simultaneously here. You can do it at your end and then we'll discuss the answer. X value for that will be x is greater than or equal to 0.178, less than or equal to 3.062. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Ashima, you can
I don't know if I'm not understanding something, but even after that point, won't the red line always be above the blue line after 3.062?
let me check just a minute.
So is there no working required for B part? Is this the final answer?
We can show the graph. There cannot be any algebraic working for such type of, like, look, one is the exponential function and the other one is algebraic function. Okay, so
Yeah.
exponential and algebraic function cannot be solved simultaneously. That is what I am trying to show you over here. That's why we have only one option. We can go with graph only. Okay, still I was
Okay.
asking you that have they shown any working over there? Like in the mark scheme, if you are accessing this from ExamMate, have they shown any working over there?
Let me check one sec. No, sir, they haven't.
Yeah.
They've taken the values of x and they've put it less than equal to and greater than equal to. That's it.
Okay. Okay. Raghav, about the points which are after the
Yeah,
3.062,
yeah.
we cannot conclusively say that which is above what. These two lines are almost going together. Okay. From the graph only, it can be observed that after a certain period, they are almost becoming equal. Okay. So when we have to check that when it is above, so the only conclusive region is this. In fact, if I'm talking about the red one, so after that, oh yes, actually we can take that also because
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
after 3.062, the blue portion is this one. So yeah, it's conclusive.
So then it just means that it needs to be
It means
um
that it has to be greater than or equal to 0.1.
0.178.
Yeah. On the other side, it will go till infinity. So how do we write? X is greater than or equal to 0.178. True. Okay, we need to see this bottom part. The blue bottom part is always below the red line. That's it. And in exam, when you have to write such answers, you can just mention using GDC. Okay.
Okay, sir.
And just as an extra, if you want, you can show the graph, some portion of the graph. Okay. But that is optional. Okay. Like I will recommend if you can show the graph a rough one, it will be better, but it's not compulsory.
Okay, sir.
Okay, Raghav, did you practice anything connected to the same topic what we were discussing?
So from last class,
Yeah. After Saturday, did you do any math practice?
so I worked on my IA, but aside from that, no.
Okay. IA when it will be over?
I think we have some time for it, but I just want to complete the outline by tomorrow so I can send that to sir. So that's why I just focused on that.
Okay. Okay. Another question is based on same trig transformation and graphs. It's a past year question only. So let us see how you guys do it. Yeah, I hope both of you have tried it.
Yes, sir, almost done. 1 second.
Okay. Any of the values anyone has got till now?
Yes, sir.
Raghav?
Yeah, so just a minute.
Okay. Raghav, what you did?
I did like 2 pi divided by 12,000.
12,000. Okay. It's given in the question clearly that find h meters of P above the ground after T minutes. The height h after T minutes is given by. So the time has to be taken in minutes only. So one time period
Oh,
is
okay.
equal to 20 minutes. Ashima's calculation and everything is fine. So time period is same as period. Period for trig functions is 2 pi by b, and that is equal to 20 minutes. So that will give me the value of b as pi by 10. B is pi by 10, then what about A and C values?
So A is the amplitude, isn't it?
A is the
So
amplitude.
I put max minus min over 2.
Okay, how much did you get?
In this case, the maximum would be 110, right?
Yes,
And minimum 10.
minimum is
10, right?
okay. If you're considering with that, na, then maximum should be 110 plus 10.
I was thinking if I should do that or not. I got confused.
Hmm.
And what would the minimum be then if I'm taking 110 as my maximum?
Okay, I'll tell you one more easier way. Max minus min is one of the thing, but the easier way is these are circular functions. Okay, sine and cos are circular functions. So if they have given the circle, so radius of circle is always the amplitude. Just keep that in mind.
Okay,
Okay.
so
Radius of circle is always the amplitude. So amplitude in a very easiest manner will be 110 divided by 2 because diameter is 110.
okay.
So 55 is the amplitude. Now the question is whether it should be plus 55 or minus 55. We have to take a call on that. So any reasoning anyone can give on that?
Plus 55, right?
Reason?
So because the height can't be negative.
It's a displacement. It can be negative. Basically, it's an amplitude over here. So considering the value of c, it can have a negative answer also. We'll come to that. Okay, we will come to the final conclusion that whether it will be positive, negative. Before that, let us talk about C. How do we get C value?
So 120 plus 10 by 2.
Any reason?
Because that's your horizontal or vertical? I forgot what it is. Horizontal shift, right?
120 plus 10 by 2.
By 2.
That is correct actually.
Okay.
Can you tell
This,
the reason? What did you do?
I just know the formula for horizontal shift. It's basically, if you see the format, it's A sine dt plus D or something. So D, I always take it as max. I mean, the formula is max plus min by 2, and A is max minus min by 2, and B is 2 pi by P.
Oh, wow. So do you remember all these formulas?
No, I just revised trigonometric functions on Save My Exam. Yes.
Oh, that's why. Yeah, it
But
is.
yeah, these formulas are pretty easy to remember.
Huh.
Just visualize it and it becomes easier.
Yes, but is there any way without the formulas we can do it?
The total distance from like the radius plus the 10 part.
Distance from the radius.
No, radius 55 plus 10, 65.
That is better. Okay, we can go with that. Raghav, did you understand what she said?
So honestly, no, but wouldn't C be vertical shift, not horizontal, because it's outside the function, right?
Horizontal?
So over here, the plus C is outside of the bracket, right? So wouldn't it be a vertical shift?
Okay, even if you consider it, that is true. But what she is saying is for vertical shift only. Okay, she may
Oh,
have
okay,
that
then, yeah.
horizontal shift, but what she is saying is for vertical shift, and even that formula is also correct, what she has said. But let's say if we don't remember the formula, okay, I will go by that. Let's say if we don't
Okay, so
remember,
then as well.
then how do we do it? So if you look at the center of this wheel, center of this wheel is situated at radius plus 10. Okay. Normally, when we talk about any trig function, we can consider the center as the origin. So instead of origin, it is situated at a height of 65, and that is what we have this vertical distance. Okay, this is also one of
Oh,
the
okay,
ways
yeah,
we can get
that
C.
makes sense.
So the value of C will be 65. Now the question is whether the value of amplitude, the A value, should be positive or negative. How do we come to any conclusion on that?
So are you asking me?
Anyone can tell.
Could you repeat what did you ask?
Okay, I'll just write down the equation so that it will be easy. Just few moments before we discuss that the value of A is 55, there was a discussion that whether it should be plus 55 or minus 55. Okay, how do we decide that? So till now, what do we have is height is equal to 55 cos pi by 10 t plus 65, or we have not come to the conclusion yet, so I'm writing both. Okay, whether it will be plus 55 or minus 55, how do we decide that? That is the question. Either of them is correct. So which is correct, and more importantly, why?
I think in general, the amplitude will not be negative because for that to happen, it needs to go below the origin, right? So
Okay, this is not a correct reasoning. It can be negative.
unless there's a displacement, unless it's
Okay, look, we are talking about amplitude with respect to cos. Okay, so you have to understand this thing, that what are the minimum and maximum values of cos as a function. Okay, let me just write this down. On the next slide, I'll show you. The value of cos of whatever. Okay, like this is pi t by 10, but whatever cos is there, na, it always lies between -1 to 1. I hope both of you knows this thing.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now coming to whether this sign should be plus or minus. Okay, let us come to that. Cos will be -1. Cos will be -1. Like, is it possible for cos to have a -1 value for any value of t?
Yes, sir, it can be negative.
Cos will be -1 when t is equal to 10.
And
Okay. So let's say if the value of cos is -1 for t is equal to 10, it will be -55 -1 plus 65. Okay, that will be 110, 120 to be precise. Okay, now if I go to this diagram, if it is starting from this point, can I say that half of the cycle will come at this point? It will not come at the maximum height. Half cycle means 10 minutes.
yes, sir.
Are you understanding?
Yes, sir.
So this 120, this is coming as 120 only, na? This 120 is coming at which point? What is the maximum height?
It's coming at the topmost point.
Okay, considering P at that point, particularly at that point, it cannot justify that y -55. Let's say even if we go with plus 55,
Is it because it's going clockwise?
I'm just thinking that only. Because generally we discuss for all trig functions in a anti-clockwise manner.
Most of the time, yes, but with the circular functions, it's normally always clockwise. Plus, the amplitude is never negative.
True, true. So that is the only justification, because this thing is creating confusion again. Okay, if we are moving clockwise, then we are always writing minus cos theta. Okay, we are actually writing minus cos theta for all the cases. Cos of minus theta for all the cases, because we are taking the angle in clockwise direction. We are moving in clockwise direction. So just to nullify that thing, the value of amplitude has to be -55. Okay, we can keep it straight that since it is moving in clockwise direction, amplitude will be -55. Just for verification, if you look at the green one, now this is exactly the graph what we are dealing with. X is same as t. Okay, so at t is equal to 0, as per the first equation, the green equation, the Ferris wheel will start at 120. If we are going with plus 55, we have all other values, I have kept them. So if we are going with plus 55, the wheel will start at 120. If we are going with minus 55, the wheel will start at 10. If you look at the graph of both of them, The graph of both of them are lying in the same range, but their starting points will change if we change the sign of amplitude. Now, what we need to understand over here is that the start point of this Ferris wheel is, if I go back to the question, the start point is like when it is starting. So this point is at 10. Okay. So to justify this thing, to justify the value of amplitude, what I can do at t is equal to 0, the value of height is 10. Okay, I can do like that also. So let's say I don't know the amplitude. I just know that height is equal to some a cos pi t by 10 plus 65. Okay, I will find the amplitude right now only. Okay, so at t is equal to 0, the value of height is 10. Looking at the figure, both of you are clear with that? Raghav is still out. Okay, Ashima, are you clear with that?
So, okay.
Say again, what did you say?
I got it. I got it.
Okay. So initial point height is 10. If I place both the values over here, then 10 is equal to a cos 0 plus 65. Cos 0 is 1. So 10 is equal to a plus 65 and the value of a is minus 55. This is a mathematical way from where we can get the value of a. Okay. If you want to do it directly, then the reasoning was angle is clockwise. That's why it is correct. But clockwise angle was not giving me the satisfaction. Okay, that's why I tried with the graph, and from there we got this conclusion. So this thing also you can show in the working. No need to find a value directly. You can show it like this, that at t is equal to 0, height will be 10, and you should have b and c values prior.
Yes, sir.
Raghav, this whole discussion, whatever we had, it was recorded, so you can just watch that.
Yeah, thanks. The internet here is, it's going on and off time to time. Like usually it's good, but because it's raining, right? Yeah, I'm facing like internet issues.
It's okay. This is why I like Dubai. This same problem people face in India also. When there will be rain, there will be some strong winds, then electricity will be at stake. High chances that there will be no electricity and internet also. Okay, another question what we are taking is from log. Okay, it's a question of differentiation. So do you guys know quotient rule of differentiation?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Okay. So just take it as a revision of that quotient rule only. This is again a past paper questions. And let me just make it larger. Okay. So y is equal to ln x by x to the power 4. We have to show dy by dx as this. The formula for quotient rule, whenever we want to find dy by dx of a function which is of the type p by q, where p and q both are functions of x, formula will be
Q1 minus Q1 3 square.
q square q times p dash minus p times q dash. Okay, P dash means first derivative. So that's what we have to write and we have to simplify. Okay, so I'll wait for 2 minutes if you can get. So it will be x to the power 8, x to the power 4, differentiation of ln x is 1 over x minus ln x, and differentiation of x to the power 4 is 4x cube. X cube is common in both the numerator terms. So I'll take x cube out. It will be 1 minus 4 ln x over x to the power 8. Power 3 and 8 will be simplified and will get the form what they have asked for. So this is the first answer. Raghav, I hope you also have got the same.
Yeah.
Second part, the graph of f has horizontal tangent at P. Find the coordinates of P.
So m is equal to 1 minus 4 ln x over x raised to 5. Okay?
Horizontal tangent means m is equal to 0. Okay, gradient will be 0. So it means dy by dx will be equal to 0. And we'll just solve
So
this.
isn't the differentiated thing the gradient?
That will be equated to 0. I think you said the same thing only.
I'm confused. Why would gradient be 0 at the horizontal tangent?
Okay, look. A horizontal tangent is like this. Let's say this is a curve. So the curve is having a horizontal tangent like this. Now, if you look at a line, as a line, this is a parallel line, 0 angle. So gradient will be 0.
Okay.
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 And in other words, you can see that this is a turning point. Horizontal tangent will always have a turning point. It will always give a turning point for the function. Okay. So since it is a turning point, at turning point dy by dx is 0. This is a second method to interpret the same thing. Okay. So dy by dx is 0. X to the power 5 will go there. It will be 1 minus 4 ln x is equal to 0. Ln x is 1 by 4. X will be equal to e to the power 1 by 4. It can be solved in calculator. You'll get x value. That x value you can keep in y and get y value also. So if we just substitute that over there, it will be ln e to the power 1 by 4 over x to the power 4. So that will be times by 4. And in the numerator, 1 by 4 will come in front. And this 4 over 4 will be cancelled. So it is e only. So y value is 1 by 4e. How I am solving, that is not important. At the end, by solving, you should get the same answer. Okay. And what I have done, I have just used some properties of log and then indices. Because of that, I just got this 1 by 4 ln e. Ln e is 1. So the value of y is 1 by 4e, and that's the coordinate of point P. E to the power 1 by 4 and 1 by 4e.
Wait, so I understood how you got x is equal to e is to 1 by 4. After that, so what did you do?
That x value will be substituted in the equation of function.
Okay, yeah.
That point lies on the curve. Okay, they are asking the graph of f has horizontal tangent at point P. Point P lies on the function only. So to get the y value, we just put that x in the equation of curve. That is what I have shown here, right side. And that gave me y value as 1 by 4e.
Okay, yeah.
Ashima, all clear till here?
So you got 1 by 4 divided by e.
1 by 4 divided by e, which will be same as 1 by 4e. 1 by 4 divided by E can also be written as 1 by 4 by E by 1. When we have A by B over C by D, then A by B is multiplied with reciprocal of C by D. Okay. With that logic, 1 by 4 will be multiplied by 1 by E, and that's how we got 1 by 4E. Okay. Another way to do the same or to understand the same is these two, which are close to each other, they will meet together in the denominator. Okay. So this is the reasoning behind, and then you should be able to get till here by whichever way you like. Okay.
Wait, so I'm getting the step 1 by 4 divided by E raised to 1 by 4,
Yeah.
right?
Okay. Look, E raised to
And
1
the
by
whole
4.
divided by 4, right? I mean,
1
raised to
by
4.
E raised to 1 by 4 will be raised to power 4. Okay.
Okay, so 1 by 4E. Okay,
Yeah.
got it. I didn't put the raised to 4 and that confused me.
Yeah. Because it was x raised to 4 in the denominator. Okay.
Yes, sir.
That 4 will get cancelled and we'll be left with 1 by 4e.
Yes, sir.
Raghav, both the coordinates clear?
Yeah.
C. Now we already have coordinate of point P. F double dash x is given. You don't have to differentiate it again. Show that P is a local maximum point. Before
It doesn't
starting,
say 20 lim.
20 ln x minus 9 over x to the power 6.
So we just equate it to 0 and see if it's negative or positive, right?
No, not like that. I'll just show you here what needs to be done in such cases. First, from fx, you will get f dash x. F dash x equal to 0 will give you stationary points. Okay. Then you will find f double dash x. And in that f double dash x, you will put stationary points. Stationary points are the x values where f dash x is 0. Okay. Now, when you will put those x values in f double dash x, there will be three possibilities. F double dash x is greater than 0, less than 0, or equal to 0. When f double dash x is greater than 0, then that stationary point is a point of minimum. If it is less than 0, then that point is maximum. And if it is equal to 0, then it is point of inflection, neither maximum nor minimum. Okay. So what they are asking in a question, they have given us f double dash x. Show that P is a point of local maximum. So you have to put x is equal to, what was the x coordinate of P? E to the power 1 by 4. So you have to put e to the power 1 by 4 in this and show that that answer will be negative. If it will be negative, if f double dash x is negative, then it will be proof that P is a point of maximum. What I have written on the right is just for revision. Now, if there is any doubt, you can ask. If anyone have any doubt. So just substitute x value and check whether it is positive or negative. You may not have to solve it completely to check positive or negative. You can solve it partially also.
So I need to put the value of x in f double dash of x and see if it's negative or positive.
Yes, x is equal to e to the power 1 by 4 and then check.
But then don't we normally equate f double, first we find f double dash of x. Wait, sorry, we find f dash of x, we equate that to 0, and wait, do we put the double differentiated part equal to 0 and then see if it's
No.
negative or positive?
Look, what you are saying is you are here, f dash x equal to 0. Okay? Just try to recall what did you did in part B. Horizontal tangent, you did dy by dx equal to 0 only to get point P. Remember?
Yes, sir.
So you had indirectly found stationary point only. Stationary point is horizontal tangent. Okay. Then we do f double dash x, and in f double dash x, we put that stationary point to check whether the sign of f double dash x is positive, negative, or 0. They have already given us the double derivative, so we don't have to find it. We have to just put that point P in it and check the sign. So they are saying show that. Show that means when we will put it, and if we get negative, it will be proved that this point P is a point of maximum. At the right, what I have written is the concept.
Yeah, we get a negative value.
Can we use calculator now?
Yeah, you can. But I'll tell you that till where we should actually solve. If I put x is equal to e to the power 1 by 4, then 20 ln e to the power 1 by 4 minus 9 over e to the power 1 by 4 to the power 6. Denominator is positive, whatever may be the power, because e to the power whatever, fraction, decimal, negative, it will always be positive. Exponential functions are always positive. So denominator is always positive. In the numerator, you see that this 1 by 4 can come in front. So I will get 20 times 1 by 4. Ln e will be 1. So not required to write minus 9 divided by e to the power 6 by 4. Now 4 and 20 will go, and there will be 5 minus 9, which is minus 4. So minus 4 over e to the power 6 by 4 will be 3 by 2. After this, you don't have to solve because it is clear that this value is negative, and hence it is proof that point P is a local maximum point. And yeah, if you want, you can use calculator and you will get proper decimal answer, but it will be negative only. So is it clear, Ashima?
So,
Were you getting negative answer?
yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. So please try to solve more questions. Our math lecture